Good day, BTL everyone, especially to Sir Darwin. I am Diana Nurse De Leon, was assigned to report about the Module 6 Web Application, Lesson 3, Web Application Development, together with my teammate, Angel B. De Castro. So now, let us first talk about the objectives on this topic. So, at the end of this lesson, learners are expected to first understand the process of web application and how useful it is. Second, learning the advantages and disadvantages of web application. Third is familiarize the major web applications. And lastly, identify the difference between web application and window application. So now, let us proceed to unlocking the difficult words. The first is ARPANET. So, the meaning of this is the Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. So, it is the experimental computer network that was the forerunner of the internet. So, muna siya ang beginning of what we consider the internet today. The second is TIRE or entire data applications. These are data applications that are separated into multiple tiers. So it is also called distributed application and multi-tier applications. Kaya it is distributed between the client and the server. So the third is hypertext. So hypertext is text which contains links to other text. So it is displayed on computers or other electronic devices with references to other text that the reader can immediately access. So next is hypermedia. So it is an extension to hypertext providing multimedia facilities such as those handling sound and video. So, hypermedia it is an extension or term sa hypertext. So, it includes graphics also. Next is executable. So, it is relating to a computer file that is in a format ready for execution. So, it is relating to a computer file. So, from the word execute, it is able to run computer. So the last is HTTP, which means Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is an application layer protocol in the Internet Protocol Suite model for distributed, collaborative, hypermedia information system. So it is used for exchanging files on the evolution of web. So the evolution of web. So before web, it is a memory extender, hypertext, hypermedia. So in internet, it has ARPA network, TCP/IP with more than 3 million host computers. So TCP/IP or Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol as a set of protocols that make the internet possible. So it specifies how devices exchange data over the internet to one another. So Tim Berners-Lee is the one who invented the WWW or the World Wide Web. So web, evolution or intelligent design, first, second, third generation application. So what is web application? So it is accessed via web browser over a network. It is a computer software application that is hosted in a browser-controlled environment or coded in a browser-supported language and reliant on a common web browser to render the application executable. So it is like a mobile app but delivered over the internet and through a browser. So instead of directly from a device, through an app store. So the common examples of it are webmail, online calculators, online shops, a social media sites, and etc. So as a continuation, we have web browser. So web browser is a program on a computer, tablet, or smartphones that allows you to view websites. So some common web browser are Internet Explorer, Safari, Chrome, and Firefox. So the next is network. So it has intranet or internet, then browser controlled environment or browser supported language, and executables.
So let's proceed to this slide. It's about understanding web application development layers. So as you can see, there are two figures shown up. The figure 1 is the web browser that is connected to figure 2, the web server. Clients initiates communications with page request to web server, and the server responds with page. All in all, the two figures explains that web servers now state between page requests to enable the creation of web. So, let us explore more about the web server, web browser, and the HTTP. The web browser initiates a request for a web server resource. HTTP is used to send the GET request to a web server, while the web server sends a response to the web browser. HTTP protocol is used to send the HTTP response to the web browser. The web browser processes the response, displaying the web page. The user enters data and performs an action, such clicking a submit button that causes the data to send back to the web server. HTTP is used to post the data back to server. The web browser processes the data. The web server sends the response back to the web browser. The HTTP is used to send the HTTP response to the web browser. The web browser processes the response, displaying the web page of web application. Logical trunks called tiers. One-tiered to n-tiered applications. Most common, three-tiered applications. Then, it's shown up the presentation, business logic, and database. You can see that there is the presentation layer, business logic layer, and database layer. So from the PC, client, the web server, to application server, to database server, and clockwise. In the lower part of this slide, you can see the contingents of web browsers, user interaction, administration, and IT. Major web application. The first one is the intranet application. And here is the example figure of the intranet application. So let's talk about intranet application. An intranet is a private computer network. It uses internet protocol to securely share information. Intranet is used to contrast the internet. Organization's website host multiple private websites used to internal communication and collaboration. Can be used for collaboration, corporate directories, project management, and relationship management. And the second is the internet applications or internet websites. And this figure that's shown is the example of internet infrastructure. So internet applications or internet website. The characteristics of this top application is like accessibility, advanced communication, complexity, consistency, offline, security, performance, and richness of application.
The third is extranet applications. So the extranet is a private network. it uses internet protocols, network connectivity, and public delayed communication system to securely share part of organization's information. It's part of internet that extended to users outside the company. So, kung giwa sa kanina, it connects intranets of business partners. So, between organization or between consumers, it is possible. Then, the advantages of it is it exchange large volume data. It the collaboration develop training programs. Then it shares of data. Then nasa disadvantages it is expensive to implement and maintain. Then security can be concerned. So examples it SharePoint, MS Exchange, IBM Bluetooth, net meeting, live meeting, and etc. So link dire. And then extranet it is a logical private computer network that provides access to parts of an organization's intranet. Organizations set up extranets so that they can share benefits of their internet with external users, partners, or customers, but also maintain security, internal information, and applications that they don't wish to share.
So, complexity of web applications. The first one is statistic web application. And how about it? It is same information for all users, navigation through statistic documents, and its advantages are quick and easy to put together, ideal for prototyping, and also can be cached. And the disadvantages, difficult to maintain when becomes large, difficult to keep consistent, and little visitor personalization. And the next one is dynamic web application, which is page layout and content can be generated separately. Content is retrieved from database and present to user. Uses HTML and XHTML with image, text, form field, etc. Client-side content generation, server-side content generation, and combined client and server generation.
Now, let's proceed to web application development process. So as you can see in the picture, it has business model identification, business process analysis, technical proposal and review, application development, monitoring analysis and control, deployment and training, maintenance and support. So in web application development, it has advantages and disadvantages. So the advantages are requires little or no disk space on the client machine. Then the centralized data is secure and easy to back up. Then updates can be made quickly and easily. And information is accessible to avoid audience anywhere in the world. Then available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Everybody has a browser familiar interface encourages use. Then the last, cross-platform compatibility. Then the disadvantages are slower as run over the internet. Interfaces is not sophisticated, then can take longer to develop as they are more complex. Have to work on different browsers and different versions of browsers. Then security risks and need of a dedicated machine or machines of web server. So from the word process, hinihinay siya. Processing. So muna, slow gid siya. But ang benefits ani, is number one, easy maintenance. By having software application web-based, you eliminate the need to perform updates on each user's desktop. And the second is accessible anywhere. Web application systems are accessible anywhere at any time and with any PC with the internet connection. Then the third is increased security. Web-based applications are used on servers that are controlled and maintained by experienced server administrators. With desktop application, it is not possible to monitor thousands of client computers. Then the fourth is it saves money. We've developed software saves companies from having to purchase robust hardware to support software. Then it maintains numerous systems and perform time-consuming updates on them. Then the fifth is scalability. With web-based software, you can easily add more user license in seconds. No more installations and configuration on every workstation or laptop.
Difference between web and Windows application. So you can see their differences in terms of user interfaces, data binding, etc. Also development and maintenance, performance robustness and reliability, network congestion, resources catastrophic failure, and framework dependency. Great web design without functionality is like a sports car with no engine by Paul Cookson.